What is shaking? Happy Monday to everybody out there. I hope everybody enjoys the screen. I'm pumped. Christmas lights, snow, tree in the left-hand corner. I mean, this thing is on fire right now. Like, I feel like it's Christmas time. I can't wait. I'm going to go get some lights today. Hopefully, by the time we do our next show, we'll have the lights up, but probably only be able to use them during the night. Number 84 in your program, number one in your hearts, our favorite tight end around these parts, Niners, Brent Jones, who's going to be a member pretty soon of the Niners Hall of Fame, which is very, very cool. We'll talk about that when that happens for sure. But hello, Brent. How are you? How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was spectacular. You forgot to send me a pic of your Thanksgiving, but
I did. It was very lonely, but it was very quiet.
It was very quiet, very lonely.
It's funny because
a lot of good football, a lot of good food.
Yeah.
Hope you got some of that.
I did. I got the football, of course.
Yes.
And then the food, I smoked a turkey breast and I made myself some stuffing and gravy. Well, I didn't make the gravy. I bought the gravy, which was really good. So yeah, I had a plate full of stuffing, turkey, and gravy covering it, and that was it. That's all I had all day.
That's all you need.
Yeah, it was very, very tasty. So give us an idea of what the Jones Thanksgiving dinner table was looking like.
Oh man, we had Dana over prepares. So we had turkey for 19 people. We had filet, and we had a ham.
What?
Yeah, like
triple
meat serving dinner for 60.
It's like the triple option, except it's with meat.
We had a triple option. It wasn't a turducken. It was like filet ham or something.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that one
out. Tyrone filet ham.
All right, so I mean, you can go. You can't go wrong with the meat. I did that one year. I did the turkey, and I did the prime rib, and it was a good thing I did because it was the first year I decided I was gonna deep fry a turkey. So I was like, I'm gonna deep fry the turkey. Everybody said it's great. Blah blah blah. Get the fryer, get the oil, turkey, put it in there, and I was asking everybody, how long do you deep fry a turkey? And one of my friends who will go won't go named on this show told me about this much time for that big a turkey.
You gotta use the temperature gauge.
So I'm like, well, this was like 20 years ago.
I got
it. The temperature gauge wasn't quite in vogue yet. So I took it out and it looked spectacular. It was golden brown. It was crispy. But as I was picking it up, I was like, God, it's kind of light. Yeah. So I took it inside, set it down to the prime rib. It looked perfect. Prime rib, turkey. Everybody's like, oh, the turkey looks so good. I cut open the turkey. No meat.
Wow.
I eviscerated the meat inside the turkey.
Outstanding.
Hence, it was. I turned a 16-pound turkey into about a 5-pound turkey. Man. When I cut it open, this is the sound it made. I cut it open and went. I was like, oh, that's not good. I looked inside. I'm like, well, there's no meat in here.
We had some sweet skin.
Oh, the skin was incredible. It was like turkey rinds. I had turkey rinds. It was like awesome. So at least I had the prime rib, but the turkey was there wasn't an ounce of meat in that thing. An ounce. And I was like, oh, that's why it was so light. There's no meat in it.
Man, so that's funny.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as funny at the time because the whole family was there. Her family, my family. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it up. I'm gonna do, turkey and prime rib. Well, I just did prime rib.
And skin.
And skin. My dad sat out there with me. We were having a couple of beers when I was deep frying it. And that was the first time I deep fried something. So I made the mistake of putting the deep fryer on the porch without putting a whole bunch of cardboard down underneath it.
Oh.
It was like spitting oil everywhere. After I got done, I looked at the porch. It's like someone dropped shadow confetti on the porch. Oh, great. And you can't get it out. It's like, this sucks. I go, so yeah, the learning experience. It's kind of scarred me. I haven't really deep fried anything in quite some time.
I don't blame you.
So anyway, what were the sides like at the Jones?
Oh man, we had sides? You name it. We had all the great veggies. Let's see. My mom makes a Jello salad with like walnuts. So the grandkids were there. You know, I don't ever eat the Jello salad. My brother never would, but everybody says it's good. So I'm sure it's good. So my grandsons are there. They don't eat anything. And I said, hey, I'll give you guys $20 if you eat grandma's Jello salad. The suckers were all over it for $20. And then they said, hey, it's pretty good. I was like, God, I can't believe they did it. So
you're bringing their grandkids.
Yeah. Man. So they were psyched, 20 each. And so,
that's awesome.
So it was a win for them. But yeah, mashed potatoes, gravy.
Yep.
Rolls. Rachel and her husband Joey, they go, you can't get sourdough much in Texas. There's a place downtown Dallas that makes the best sourdough French bread, and they go down there. It's not even a place. It's like Rachel said, it's like a lady's house. You have to know somebody, and so we got some. So we got some extra.
Like a different
sourdough's a treat. Hey, Harvey sent me.
Two. Stop. One more. Do two.
Exactly.
One. Okay. Okay. You want the bread? It's like it's like some dude on the corner with a trench coat, and he opens it up.
Let me show you my sourdough.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna use that one. Let me show you my sourdough. Okay. I didn't know that could be a pickup line, but apparently in Texas.
In Texas. It's the little thing. Then we had like a million desserts. I mean, the food just kept going and going. So
what's your favorite dessert? What's your favorite like Thanksgiving dessert? Is it pumpkin pie or is it something else?
So I did have pumpkin pie this year, but it's not my favorite. I like it. But probably pecan pie. But really? We had apple. We had way too much. In fact, Daniel sent everybody home with like 3 days worth of meals.
Oh, you have to. Even if they don't want it, I'm like, look, that's the price of admission. That's the price of admission. You want to come over here and grow up and hang out, you got to leave with food. Period.
Got to leave with food. And we still have a ton of food. Like it's all over.
Of course you do. All right. Before we get to football, what's your favorite pie, regardless of what day it is? Time of year doesn't matter. What's your favorite? If you had one pie, what would it be?
You know, I'm just a traditionalist. I love a good apple pie. Is my favorite.
Can't go wrong. I'd probably go apple or peach.
Oh, nice! You're a peach guy. My dad loves peach.
Yeah, I love peach, and I probably love cobbler more than pie.
Yeah,
but if it's not cobbler, I kind of like the crumb crust.
Yes,
I kind of like that. Yeah, so I like that. But those two, my dad was a huge chocolate pie guy, and I like chocolate pie is okay. If I'm gonna have not a fruit pie, I guess this is kind of a fruit pie, but lemon meringue. It doesn't have it's not like cherry apple where it has apple and cherry and peaches, stuff like that. But I'm a fruit. Just give me the fruit pies. Give me the cherries, the apples, the peaches, the blackberries, boysenberries, whatever. That's my speed.
Yeah, I agree. Although Rachel makes a peanut butter and chocolate pie. There was some of that the other night too, and it's like,
ooh,
you always have to try a little tiny bit of that.
Ooh, that sounds rich.
It is rich.
That sounds like it might take 90 seconds to chew one bite. You'd be like,
It's not
some more
real.
milk. Put some more milk in your mouth and try to get that stuff down. Before we get to the game, I got to ask you a question. Now, you can answer me later. I'm not going to put you on the spot because I know you're an old guy, so you go to bed kind of early. But Bergie and I are going to do a show on the 22nd after the Colts game. So I have a Warrior game, but I'm taking a couple days off. So we're going to do a show after the Colts game on the 22nd. And if you're available, we'd love to have you pop on with us. But I told Bergie, I go, I don't know. Brent could be in bed by then. I'm not even sure. Brent
usually would be in bed, but I could take a nap or something that afternoon.
I'm not sure. I go, if Brent's up, he might join us. I'm not sure Brent will be up. But I thought,
you know what a great invite. I think I will try my darndest to be on that.
Okay. Show. I mean, we would love to have you. And I thought it'd be so much fun to have, because you guys know each other, you coach with one another, and it'd be just so much fun to talk a little Niners football, and then maybe we can figure out a way to do some shows together if they make the playoffs during the playoffs. But all right, I will. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pencil you. I'm going to pencil you in. I'm going to pencil you in for the Colts game, pending eyes open. All right. So what do we make of yesterday's game? I said there was nothing special about it. Special teams is actually helping now, not hurting, believe it or not. But it was a game that I would say the best thing they did yesterday, and they made some good plays defensively. Bergie pointed out Mustafa had a real nice game. The defensive line had a pretty good game. Purdy was okay. He was fine. They just didn't lose it. They didn't do anything stupid, which is a sign of a pretty good team, where you just don't beat yourselves. Just let the other team beat themselves. And Cleveland ended up helping out. They ended up maybe not beating themselves, but they helped the 49ers out. So I thought it was one of those games, Brent, where it wasn't spectacular, just a solid road win where you don't do anything dumb to beat yourself.
You know, Tom, perfect assessment, solid road win, didn't do anything stupid. You know, the weather conditions were horrible. The Browns, turnovers was probably their best chance, and we didn't give them anything to go on. And then we made some positive plays in special teams. Sky Moore has been coming on. Now
he has
get the ball like the last 3 or 4 games. Like he can make some moves. And let's remember he was a first round pick of the Chiefs, wasn't he?
I think he was a first. I think he was. If he was,
sure.
Isn't he one of those South Dakota State dudes?
Great question.
I know Christian Watson was, but I thought he might have been.
I knew
too.
Christian Watson was. But needless to say, he was good. And Keon White was a throw-in right at the end of the trade deadline.
No, I don't know if it was a throw-in. I mean, they traded for him. It was like a
seventh round pick, and nobody.
Everyone
was like, whatever. It's just a body.
Yeah.
I've seen him now for a couple games. He's playing hard, and our interior defensive line has gotten better these last couple of games. Which is a real positive. Mustafa's a beast coming out, man. When he smells run, and obviously they were going to have to run a lot yesterday, man. Oh, second round pick. I thought he was a first round pick.
Is that a second round pick? Okay. Damn, they just beat me to it. I was just looking that up. And he wasn't from South. He wasn't a South Dakota State guy. He was a Western Michigan guy.
Okay.
He's a Bronco. So we were all over. We were all over that one.
Yeah, we freaking nailed it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's all blue sky from here, baby.
Needless to say, second rounder, there's some talent there.
Yeah. He's. You can see him gaining confidence, and like to, maybe get him more involved in the pass game. I mean, he's explosive. So who knows? But overall, pretty darn positive. I actually thought, given the conditions, Purdy made a couple of, it looks like Brock Purdy's back throws yesterday, in my opinion. Into the wind. Okay. They weren't with the wind. They were both, 2 or 3 into the wind. They were pretty good lasers, put it right on him. One was Juwan, one was Kittle's throw. and I thought to myself, all right, I can see the difference between the previous 2 weeks and how we threw the ball yesterday, I thought. And so throwing it into that wind is the worst. And with that cold wind, coming off the lake effect is brutal in Cleveland. It's a disaster. So I thought I was pretty pleased, to be honest with you, because you're not going to get any joy by beating the Browns unless you beat them, 49-6. But that wasn't going to happen in those weather conditions yesterday. So go in, play solid football. Don't do anything stupid. Make some good throws, make some good catches. We didn't light it up. The stats don't make it look like it was that compelling of a game, but it's super compelling to me because we played smart, we played well, and we got a victory on the road going into the bye week. And coming out of the bye week, we have the Titans. We're going to be 10-4. I don't want to jinx this, but we're going to be 10-4. That's pretty damn good.
I said that last night. Yeah, no, I agree. I say if they'll get Tennessee, they're going to be close to a 10-point favorite in that game. Then you got 3 games to get 1. Yeah, right? And they're not going to be easy. You get at Indy, Bears at home. Like, who would have thunk that? When you look, that was a W you put by this before the season. You're like, oh, Bears W, and just move on. Not so much anymore. Number 1 seed in the NFC. I don't think they're going to stay the number 1 seed, but still, they're a good team. And then Seattle at home. So you got 2 games at home to end the season, and the Colts have been kind of. Nosediving's not the right way to say it, but kind of on the descent. They haven't been quite as good the last couple.
Back into reality, they're good, but they're not as good as everybody thought they were 3 or 4 weeks ago.
No, they're not the team that beat or should have beat the Rams in LA. They beat the Chargers. They should have beat the right. Would they lose the Rams by like 2 or 3, or maybe it went to overtime or something like that. Yep. But so you get the Titans. You get 1 more. 11 gets you in. Because I think it's going to be 10 might not get you in the NFC this year, but I think 11.
Crazy.
I know it really is. So, no, I thought Berkey made this point yesterday, and I didn't really pick up on it, and I'm curious if you did, because I thought the 2 best throws he made, and the Jennings throw was a good throw. Kittle throw down the left side for 33. That was a fantastic throw.
He put it. Right.
Really did.
I mean, it was right there. I mean, Kittle's going to catch it anyway, but that was a ridiculous throw.
And then the first completion of the game, I think, was a Juszczyk throw down the right side. That was a really, really nice throw. But he said, other than that, he goes, you know what I didn't notice? The throws that he picked off, that got picked off last week, the 3 interceptions, were all over the middle of the field. Those were like kind of Brock Purdy specials, like where he's really good throwing it over the middle of the field, really good layering that ball over the linebacker and then drop it before the safety. I think 2 of those, at least one of those were, he didn't get it done. You didn't see a lot of those yesterday. Kyle kind of stayed away from those routes yesterday, and I'm wondering if that was something that he did intentionally because maybe he wasn't so sure about the foot or the arm, maybe the foot, because the foot's would affect the velocity. But I don't know if you noticed it, but I went back and watched it, and after Berkey brought it up, I go, yeah, he didn't really throw a lot of balls over the middle yesterday.
Yeah, and now that you say that, I agree, and I'm just wondering if some of those plays where you kind of have to drop it in weren't going to be, for lack of a better term, executable yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, with the wind, because the wind's going to make that ball sail. He did throw that one ball early on that just flew over everybody. Like the wind caught it in the end zone where, man, we had a touchdown and the ball just jumped on him. And you have to kind of have played in those conditions to understand the effect that the wind could have on that type of a ball. And so maybe they just thought because of the wind, at least when they were going into it, they weren't going to call those plays. Now, with the wind at your back, it's probably not as bad. But going into it, it certainly can drive that ball and make it float and go higher.
The only negative, and there's look, you win a road game, I don't care how you get it done. I don't care what it looks like. Winning a road game at the professional level is hard. It's tough. So you win one, you get the hell out of there, and you move on. It's like Sean Payton said. They asked him if they stole a victory or escaped yesterday, getting that win in Washington. He said, "No, we won the game." I was like, "You're damn right you did," and you might have escaped, but you won the game, so it didn't matter. Moving forward into the season, man, it still would be nice to get the running game going a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, look, and Cleveland's a really good defense, and Cleveland's even better at home. They even turn it up a notch at home. But geez, how many games do you think there's been this year where they've had a pretty good rush attack? 2, maybe 3, and that's just something that I don't know. And again, I don't want to get too far into the hey, you just look. They got to buy a week, then they get Tennessee, but it would be nice to see him run for just 3.5 yards a carry. I'm not even asking for 4.5 anymore. Just make it reasonable, like 2.7. I think Robinson was a little bit better, but McCaffrey's the one that ran it 20 times. It's like they got to find a way to get creative. Maybe Purdy, he scored on that naked boot on the touchdown. Maybe some more of those. Maybe if they make the playoffs or at the end of the season, they're going to have to use his legs too a little bit more, because that run game has been pretty anemic all year.
Yeah, I think you're going to see down the stretch, Kyle, maybe some more boot, maybe some controlled runs with Purdy, just to kind of change it up. When we lost Debo, we kind of lost the 3 or 4 times hand off to Debo during the game and the end around and what have you. But we might need to bring that in, maybe bring it back with Sky Moore, at least get him in there, get him some touches and see if that can kind of open things up. It's funny. The Philadelphia Eagles are having the same issue. And Saquon Barkley, everyone's like, Barkley's having an off year, this, that, and everything. But really, they've been banged up on the offensive line. They're gotten older. Had Kelsey retire, and it's just not the same. And I look at our offensive line, and it's very similar. We got one of the best backs in the league, if not the best back, and we're just not creating big holes. And when they're there, even if they're not big, he's hitting them and he's getting yards for sure. We haven't had a lot of down the field, over the top, speedster type of let's take the top off the defense. Let's quit having everybody play us at 12 to 15 yards. So McCaffrey has to run through all 11 guys in the first 10 or 12 yards. So we need to probably maybe take some more shots downfield. Maybe, and to say it again, maybe Sky Moore's the guy to get in there and start taking it deep. I mean, obviously, he wasn't as consistent catching the ball in Kansas City and doing some things with the ball in his hands, but we got to give him a shot. He's back. He's renewed. He's got some momentum, some confidence, because he's got the speed that we need. And so maybe we're going to see a little bit more of him on offense, which would be fantastic. But it goes back to, if you don't have that threat down the field, then everybody's just sitting at 12, 15 yards. And then when you hand the ball off, even if we get some balls, McCaffrey, we haven't seen him breaking those 30 and 40 and 50-yard runs this year because everybody's right there stacking the line.
I wonder what his longest run I don't know. What do you think his longest run is this year?
I'd say 20 yards. 25.
Yeah, I was going to guess 20. Then I was thinking, I don't know, maybe it's less than that. Maybe it's like 15, 16. It's got to be 20 though, doesn't it?
It's got to be.
I don't remember it though. I don't remember what game it was.
You just took it for granted that he'd have 15 of those. During the course of a season, and it hasn't materialized this year. And so, we've got to get more of a push. Our offense, we need some more cohesiveness along the line. There's just not the big push that we've been getting in years past.
Well, it's interesting because I feel like in years past, our run blocking I didn't play for the team. Their
Oh,
run
no, it's
blocking.
us.
No, it's you, not me.
Oh, no.
Not me. No. I feel like they were really good run blockers, but they struggled in pass protection. I feel like this year it's flipped. The pass protection's been pretty good. The run blocking has been, let's play less than average, less than stellar, less than you would like. So I find that kind of odd that this year's kind of flipped on them a little bit. And again, I think you bring up a good point. Bergie brought it up as well. When you don't have anybody to get downfield, everything's just compacted, everything just stuffed together, and it's harder to like find these little nooks and crannies to get that offense working. But hey, I mean, this is what it is, and this is what it's been all season long. And let's not kid ourselves. This is where the schedule has helped them this year. This is where getting to play the Giants and the Browns and the Titans and some of those teams has helped out this year. Because if you had to play the teams that Rams and the Eagles were playing, it might look a little bit differently this year.
But I will say, we thought that about the Bears and the Colts, and now we're saying, holy crap, we got the Bears.
That's true.
Colts.
No, that's a good point. Which is why I say when you look at the schedule, it's always kind of – I said the schedule had helped up until now. It's not going to help anymore. It's only going to help one more week, Brett. That's it. It's going to start –
more week.
It's going to bite back. It's going to bite back.
I do not want to be going into that last game needing to win with Seattle. Winning, you're in. It's like that defense is dang good. And so we gotta pop the Bears or the Colts bubble.
What's really interesting is if they beat Tennessee, that gets them to 10 wins. There's a scenario at that point where there's still going to be a game behind Seattle and the Rams. Now, Seattle and the Rams have to play each other. So one of them, if the Niners keep winning, the Niners will be tied with one of them.
You want to root for Seattle because you're going to get another shot at them at the last game.
Correct. But everything could be on the line the last week of the season. The division could be on the line.
How crazy is that?
Playoffs could be on the line. Playoff seeding can be on the line. I mean, it's going to be wild. It wouldn't surprise me if that's the game that gets flexed into the Sunday night primetime.
Absolutely. It could set up exactly like that. And I don't know what other potential games are out there. Probably in the North would probably be the guys matchups. But man, the Lions lose again, and
I know
they're going to be on the outside looking in. And I thought the Packers were going to stink, and all of a sudden the Packers look okay. It's like this is out of the last 20 years. I can't think of a year where there was no, hey, these guys look like they can win it. There's no obvious team, and we were thinking about the Rams until the Panthers put a smack down on them.
I know.
Holy cow! Glad
there isn't that
Panthers.
Yeah. Okay, so the last week of the season for flex candidates, I mean, there is a chance, you're going to laugh at me for saying this, but there is a chance the Panthers-Buccaneers could get flexed. Think about it. Think about it. There's a chance that the winner of that, if they stay tight, the winner of that game gets into the playoffs, the loser's out. Because that's going to be a one bid division. So there's a chance that could be, it's as wild as it is to think Panthers Bucks, that could be flexed. Yeah. Lions Bears, that could be a flexible game.
Oh my.
Thank you. Colts Texans. That's one that has a possibility. I know. And Ravens Steelers.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a one bid division as well. And then the Seahawks 49ers. So right now there's like 4 games you look at and go, wow, that could be a really, really interesting Sunday where it's not just about, I mean, it could be you're in or you're out. It could be 1 seed versus like 7 seed. There could be all kinds of wild scenarios happening that last week of the season.
January 5th, 6th. What weekend is that?
That I will find that out for you right now.
Yes.
January 4th.
There we go.
Yep, that is January 4th.
I will not leave home that day.
No, I never leave home on Sunday. At least I try. I try not to. Like, I mean, I if the house was burning, I'd call Weston to see if maybe he get some water and throw it out there, and like I could still watch football. But I'd probably help out. I would probably help.
Let me wait till there's a
timeout. I'll get out there and I'll help you. I was I mean, that's basically my weekend because I was Weston and Haley and Camila came home from my mom's house Friday. So they were home Friday night, but Saturday, Sunday they were gone doing stuff, and I just sat around and watched. Do what I do, just watch football all day, other than the Warriors game that I had on. When did I have the game? That was Friday, though. I can't even remember. Like, there's so many basketball games, I can't even remember like when the games are anymore. It's like, and who we're playing. I know tomorrow we have we got the Thunder.
Nice.
Probably not. Well, I don't know how nice it is, but
might not be that nice.
They're pretty good. Yeah, we play. Yeah, that's what it was Saturday. I know. I thought it was Saturday. Yeah, the Pelicans are awful. They're terrible. So what do you, Lou? I mean, can we just settle down? We're not even close to 2:00. Lou's like hungry, and it's like we're not. No. See, look at her. She's like she starts to get the shakies too. She's like. Now, do you have any animals?
I do. I have one cat left. Peeve, our pet Peeve. Peeve is
nice. Are you
19?
Your pet Peeve.
Yeah.
19?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
incredible.
We found her when we were building a house out in Danville, and the guy that was digging the fence hole post came over. He couldn't speak English. He was pulling me over, pointing down in a hole, and I reached in the hole and I pulled out this thing. It kind of looked like a cat, but it didn't really. We thought it was a bobcat. And we brought it to the vet, and literally we kept it there for a couple of weeks, and we went to pick it up, and they're like, you got to take this thing home. We call it Viper. Like, she was attacking everybody.
Really?
For like the first 2 years of her life. Like, our dog hated her. We had another couple cats. They hated her. And I told the girls, like, if Peeve doesn't change her attitude pretty soon, she's going to have to leave. And it outlasted everybody. She all of a sudden calmed down a tiny bit, but she could still go after you.
Wow. That's incredible. How did she enjoy
cat? And so I even called Tony. Like, Tony, I got this cat. He's like, yeah, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think we'll
both of our kitties are Berkeley Humane kitties.
Oh,
so they're 8, and they're great cats. How did Peeve enjoy the shift in political climate from California to Texas? Did that bother her at all?
Peeve did not really care. Peeve is an inside cat, so she never knows. She could be in Siberia and she wouldn't know the difference. But
just as long as she's inside,
she watches a lot of games on my lap. And
nice.
Every now and then she'll get up and expect a kitty snack or something, and then she'll just come back and lay down and expect to watch all 4 quarters right there.
That's the best. That's the best. I'm kind of surprised. So is that it? We Peeve and done.
So we had, the girls had cats growing up, and then we got Charlie the dog. Charlie was awesome. He was half golden, half Malamute.
Wow.
Half husky. So he had he was the freaking greatest dog, and he passed right before we moved from Danville, and so it was tough. And I kind of want another dog, but I don't know that I want the responsibility. And we're gone every now and then. It's like, man, I want to make sure that I'm around. You know, Peeve can hang out for a couple of days on her own, but a dog can't.
Yeah. What are you talking about? You got the girls there.
There you go. I'll just make them.
Oh, you kidding? They'll tell you, they get grandkids love it. They'll be like, oh, we get to be the doggies coming over. Oh, it'd be incredible.
That is
absolutely.
I might have
oh yeah.
Might have to dip in, get a dog. Dana wanted a cow, and then she wanted a mini cow. She wants a mini cow.
She wants a cow?
She wants a cow. She loves cows. We have cows in Oklahoma. She wanted a longhorn for our property, and she was trying to convince me.
Like Bevo? You want Bevo?
Yeah, no, she wants Bevo. And I'm like, nah, I don't know that you're going to. I'll clean up after it. I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to, like, it's going to smell. Like, this is our yard. This is our house. Like, people come over. She's like, no, it'll be good. I'm like, nah, I don't think so. Then she tried to go mini moo. Have you ever seen mini moos?
No.
Oh, you got to look them up online. They're outstanding.
That's what they're called, mini moo?
Like the size of a decent dog, mini moo. And then she tried to convince me I need 2 mini moos. I'm like, you can make a mess too. She almost had me at mini moo a couple years ago, but I hung tough.
Oh, you hung tough?
You're gonna die when you see them. Like they are.
What
awesome.
The hell?
They are awesome looking.
That's pretty cool.
I know.
That's pretty cool.
For all the viewers, look up mini moos.
Look up mini moo. We'll find one. We'll put it up there.
Okay. Get a mini.
I'm sure Ogden will find a mini moo and put it up there.
We've been at a couple auctions, and she's like, and they're there, and she's like all over me. Like, we need one of these. I'm like, no, I don't think so. They're gonna make a mess. Yard's gonna smell.
That'd be sweet though if you looked away and she was holding the paddle up.
I'm telling you, she has that potential. So
how much do mini moos go for? How much can you get a mini moo for?
You can probably get a mini moo between $5,000 and $10,000.
What? Wait, hold on. What?
Yeah.
What? $5,000 and $10,000?
Yeah, maybe one.
Get out of the way. I got to see this thing.
5,000.
What? That's. I just stick with the dogs. Good Lord. Look at that thing.
Man.
I mean, do they like shit golden eggs? I mean, what are they? Why $5,000 to $10,000? Just because they're so rare? Or?
I think they're rare.
Wow. And I gotta assume mini moos aren't for food. They're like strictly pets, right?
Yeah, they're pets.
That's what I thought. I was like, why would I buy a cow that's a quarter the size of a regular cow for food?
Probably the first 6 months or 10 months of its life, it's probably sitting on my lap in the house. and then it gets a little too big and then it goes outside. But yeah.
Now look, if I hit the lottery or something like that, I'll get a mini moo.
Lori would love a mini moo.
I'll get a mini moo. Now I don't know if there's any regulations in Alameda that stipulate I can't have a mini moo, but I remember when I was playing for the Warriors, Nelly had a potbelly pig that he had in Alameda. He used to take that little potbelly pig, and they are cute. There's no doubt about that. They are super cute.
There are some really cute ones.
I mean, look at that. But Nelly used to have
real.
I know they don't. They look like stuffed animals.
I've seen them, and that's exactly how they look.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
They get a little bigger than that, so they look cute. Like when they're young, you're like, oh my gosh, I got to have one of these. They get a little bit bigger, and then they're not as you can't keep them in the house. They're out roaming the yard.
Yeah, Nelly had the pig on a leash. He would walk the pig throughout the neighborhood. And it would freak people out because they'd look and they'd think, well, it's a dog, of course, because you see the leash. And then you start looking a little bit closer. You're like, what the hell is that thing? And it's a little pot-bellied pig walking around the neighborhood. Wow. I was like, good Lord. I go, what is that? I forget what he named his pot-bellied pig, but it was pretty cool. And then I think he had to get rid of it because I think Alameda said that you couldn't have one of those, something like that. So I doubt the mini moo would be acceptable under Alameda ordinance.
I'll pay for half. I'll pay 50% of your mini moo if you buy one.
50% of my mini moo.
Yep, I'm in for half.
I'll name him Brent Tolbert. We're good to go. Mini moo. Oh, that'd be awesome. Hey, look, we got a discount, honey. Brent paid for half of our mini moo.
There you go.
You know what? I could put it in the backyard like early Christmas morning, and they'll look out and they'll go like, "Why is a cow grazing in our backyard?
What is
that? Why is the cow grazing?" Now that would be outstanding if you were to get a longhorn, get a freaking bevo in the backyard. Can you imagine that thing?
No.
That thing bevo in the backyard would be incredible.
No, she's tried to talk me into like building a fence and gating it and doing all the stuff. Yeah, we have a couple longhorns. Like, are you kidding me? Like our whole house is gonna smell.
Exactly.
Like, what the heck?
You're gonna smell like a zoo. You know, I mean, you don't want that.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. Yeah, like I would stick, and I'm guessing while I'm a little bit, the sticker shock of a mini moo was something that I wasn't expecting. I'm guessing that is probably still less than a longhorn would cost.
No, longhorns are less.
What?
Yeah.
How much is a longhorn? Like maybe 1,000?
Well, I can get a longhorn for free. We've got some up in Oklahoma, and they have babies every spring.
No way.
They're awesome when they're babies. Yeah, they're so cute.
Are they?
Yeah. And then they get little big, and they get like those little Rudolph horns. You know how when you watch Rudolph at Christmas time and he's just and his nose is kind of going, starting to go, got those little nubs, little reindeer. And so, yeah, that's how they look for about a year, and then their horns start getting big.
Now, how long have you had the ranch?
Literally, I could sell. I think they're probably $1,500 to $2,000.
Oh, that's not terrible. I mean, it's more than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Look at that. I can't imagine. Oh, for a few $100s. Wow. For a few $100s for non-registered, potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. Oh, I mean, then you're talking about, a show,
like
a show longhorn. Yeah.
Secretary
Look at those
longhorns.
Yeah, exactly. Look at those horns. Holy smokes. I mean, you remember a couple years ago during the bowl game that Bevo went after Uga?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Uga was like, I don't want any part of that. None.
Yeah.
No part of Bevo. And I was like, no, you don't.
You do not.
You do not want that smoke, Uga. You get out of there before Bevo turns you into a shish kebab. Oh my God. That is great though, that you have a yard big enough that you can house a bevo. I mean, that would be now. You've had the ranch in Oklahoma for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, for like 6 years.
Is it still next to the Tiger King?
It is. The Tiger King doesn't exist anymore. But yeah,
he's gone.
He's gone. He's like in jail, and they kind of shut it down.
Is he in jail?
I think so.
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to, because remember how big a phenomenon that was. That was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then I remember we talked to Brent. He's like, "Oh yeah, I have a ranch next to the Tiger King's property." We're like, "Excuse me, what?"
It was crazy. Yeah. I mean, you could have seen a tiger or a leopard wandering down the street. They were that lackadaisical.
That's incredible to be that lackadaisical over your big cats. Because I mean, what could they do?
Yeah,
they're wild animals that weigh upwards of 1,000 pounds. What damage could they possibly do? Oh my God! Oh, that's right, Joe Exotic.
Big Joe.
He's serving a 21-year prison sentence.
Yeah.
What?
He said he got framed.
Oh, that's right. He allegedly tried to kill that Carol Baskin, who was also in the Tiger King. And so they're serving for that and wildlife crimes. I'm guessing letting tigers and leopards roam free. It's probably punishable somehow. Not sure exactly how, but
those are my neighbors.
There's your neighbor.
Howdy, neighbor.
In Oklahoma, baby. Oh, that is wild. That is wild. Why did you decide? And look, we all know the tax benefits of pretty much every state against California. Maybe Massachusetts and New York and a few others. But for the most part, everyone is a little better off than Californians. And look, we know the deal here. There's a lot of benefits living in California. But why did you go to Texas? I don't know if I've ever asked you what was it about Texas that drew you in?
So I just thought it'd be fun to do something different. It was, I mean, the Bay Area is the greatest place ever.
Yeah.
And I lived there for 55 years, and it's awesome. But I thought we'd try something new. We had some friends here in Texas, and when I sold the investment business, I kind of had nothing going on, and there was a ton of traffic in the Bay Area. And every time, like, I'd go to a Giants game, and it would take me 2 hours from Danville to go there and back. And every time we went to the airport, it would be 2 hours. Or you go to the peninsula, it's an hour and 50 minutes. And I was like, man, if I drive anywhere, like I'm in the car for 3.5 or 4 hours. And I started, like, probably became too much of a cranky old man. I'm like, I want to go somewhere where there's no traffic. But in the end, Tom, what we were hoping as parents was that our girls would eventually follow.
Yeah.
It's hard for being in your 20s and affording a house in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And so when we moved, eventually they both moved. Courtney, along with her husband, and Rachel met her husband here. And
nice.
Now they, and then they bought houses, reasonable prices, and everything's gone. You don't have to pay, $3 million for a 50-year-old fixer-upper.
Yeah.
And so it was more like thinking about the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many great things about the Bay Area. You can't replace that. You can't replace the weather, the beauty, just all the things, the people. It's just, it's weird, but it's nice to be able to come back and visit and hang out as much as we do. But it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice being here too.
Yeah, we had toyed with the idea, maybe going to Vegas because my mom and brother live there.
Yep.
And I was like, I love California. I mean, it's getting a little wonky, but I still love California. I've lived here my whole life. Grew up here like you did. Yep. The only time I didn't live here is when I played for the Hornets or the Magic. Other than that, I played for the Clippers and I played for the Warriors. And, I've always been in California. And part of my reasoning is I just kind of want to try something different. I mean, I've been here my whole life. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful that I grew up here. I'm thankful my kids grew up here. And mostly I'm thankful my kids grew up here just because I think that maybe the greatest thing California has going for it, or one of it, is just tolerance towards other people, right? Yeah. Other races, other ways of living. I think that's probably what California, especially the Bay Area, has going for it. That's the best. So I'm glad. I'm glad I grew up here. I'm glad my family, my kids grew up here. Our kids grew up here. But there is a part of me that I'm thinking, God, I kind of want to try. I just kind of want to do something different. Just be in a different city. I don't know how much different Vegas is in California. Probably, I know it. I already know the answer to this. It's not a ton different, but I toyed with the idea of going all the way back east, and I'm like, ooh, that might be too much. I don't want to overcorrect.
Yeah, no, you don't want to overcorrect. What's funny? That was a big part of it for me too. And Dana was like, hey, she's adventurous. She's like, hey, I'm up for an adventure anytime. But for me, going and trying something new, it was kind of fun. It was kind of exciting. It was not easy the first, year or so. You're totally lost. You don't know where you are. Like one or two people, and you're like, where am I? What am I doing? What is it? What's going on around here? I had no idea. I didn't, then me and my buddies, my high school buddies, we got the ranch a couple of years after that. And all of a sudden, we have longhorns and, fishing and hunting and all this stuff I've never done. I'm like, wow, this is kind of different. This is kind of interesting. And Now I go to the rodeo a couple times a year. It's like,
look at you. Yeah. You got a couple cowboy hats in the background. Look at you.
yeah. Got my cowboy hats just in case I need to pretend to be a cowboy.
Exactly.
I got my boots, I got all stuff. And then, but it is fun. It challenges you. You know what it does as you get older? It makes your brain, like, you have to think. You have to, like, you can't just be relaxed. It keeps you fresh and going. I had to learn new geography. I had to figure out how to get around. I had to, new freeways, new everything, stuff that you've known your whole life without even thinking. All of a sudden I had to start thinking about it. So it was good to challenge myself mentally.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because you get into you go home the same way, you stop at the same store, you do the exact same thing. And it's just, okay, now I got a new house and a new, like you said, new freeway system, new friends that I'm going to introduce myself, like all that kind of stuff that maybe you kind of just sit back and let life happen instead of going out there and participating in it. It forces you to participate more, I think.
It forces you to. And that's been really good. And it's been fun. And we've had a blast. And then, and then the kids are here and then the grandkids are here. And
that's the best.
I'm on the Carroll Dragon bandwagon.
Yeah, I saw they're with the semifinals now.
Yeah. How about this? The game the other night was lightning delayed till 11:15. They started
it at 11:15.
Finished at 1:45 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. That? Like, come on, Texas. You cancel the game and play the next day. No, serious.
And I bet you everybody stayed, didn't they?
They did. Not me.
They're like, of course not you. You weren't invested. You're like, I'm out.
I'm tired.
Let me know how it goes. I'm leaving. Now, how far is the high school from your house?
Oh, I don't know. Half a mile.
Oh, okay. Then that was no big deal. Well, heck, you could have went home and they could have said, "Hey, they called off to the lake."
Oh no, the high school's there. Their stadium is like 4 miles away. We don't have the stadium at the high school. We have.
Oh, that's right. It's Texas.
This is Texas.
Sorry, the stadium's not at the high school.
Yeah, no.
That's not something you see in California.
That is not something you see.
Yeah. They're just like, nah, we're not gonna do that. Oh man. All right, let's go over a few other things that happened yesterday. Carolina beats the Rams, which it surprised me a little bit. I mean, they're 10-point favorites, but Carolina's played well at home. Like, their offense has been better at home. They beat the Cowboys earlier this year at home. I want to say they have one other decent victory at home. So it didn't completely shock me, but it brings them back into the picture now, because I thought, well, they're not going to catch the Rams. Well, now you got the Rams and the Seahawks that are, like I said, one game ahead of the Niners, and it brings kind of brings everything. But I still think the Rams are the best team in the NFC. I do. But that was a little bit of a shocker to see Matt Stafford or Matthew throw the ball away twice and then fumble it at the end of the game. So I mean, it's a little surprising.
Yeah, it kind of felt good to see them struggle a little bit and the Panthers kind of lay it on them. Yeah, I did. Of course, I loved every second of it, and so it's good. But I agree with you. I think they're the best in the NFC as an all-around team. Probably at home, certainly on the road. It just shows you how certain teams even play better at home and other teams struggle, even if it's a big point differential. So it'll be interesting. I have to really analyze the schedule, which I typically do this time of year, to figure out what are the matchups, where are they playing, what does it look like. But a lot of things are going to fall into place over the next week or two, and it would be great to have that last weekend of the season, mean everything. Not for the Lakers, but for hopefully everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. What do you make of Bergie and I were talking about this yesterday? Like, I know O'Connell's like really good with quarterbacks. If I were a quarterback and I had a choice of where to go to kind of resurrect my career, kind of like a Betty Ford for quarterbacks, a rehab for quarterbacks, it'd be here with the Niners or with the Vikings. Like those two guys, I feel like can kind of get you going in the right direction. But I know they drafted J.J. McCarthy and they had a lot invested in him, the draft pick, all that. But boy, you had Sam Darnold in-house. You had Daniel Jones too, but you didn't know as much about him. He didn't get a chance to play as much. So that one I get. No one could have foresaw this coming. We could have foresaw Sam Darnold because it happened with the Vikings last year. Like, do you think they're kicking themselves in the ass for that one? Like, look, I know we got the draft pick, and I know we can build up our roster because he doesn't make as much money as Darnold's going to be making, but how often do you get like a really good quarterback that you can win with and win at a high level with? And we have him here. They had him and they just let him walk out the building. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're not kicking themselves, Brent, but if they're not, they probably should be.
They're kicking themselves. They'll never admit it, but that was a stupid decision at the time. And it was really all based on 3 preseason games from J.J. McCarthy, which is ridiculous. And I hate to be super critical of a young player. Older players, it's easier to be critical of, but I was never a J.J. McCarthy fan. I thought he was decent in college. Yeah. I watched in Michigan. He handed the ball off more than anything. I didn't think he won games. He didn't have amazing stats. And in all honesty, I thought he'll be a mid-third round pick. But for them to, draft him so high and then elevate him to like, this is our guy status. And he had played in 3 preseason games and he got hurt and he was out. And that's our guy. We're going all in on that guy. Like, are you kidding me? I just had never seen it before. And then, all the hype around him and under duress. I mean, a lot of quarterbacks aren't good, but he's not even, he's not even a starter under duress. And so look at him and I'm like, God, you've got Justin Jefferson and Addison's pretty decent. And, their tight end's good. Like, you should have and they got Jordan Mason, who's just been decent. I thought he'd have a big year. But you keep Sam Darnold, you're potentially a playoff team.
Yep.
That's a big miss. And I just wonder if it calls into question O'Connell. I mean, here's your chance. You got to develop this guy. And I didn't see it prior, and I didn't see it this year when he was healthy.
I'm with you. I thought he was okay. And maybe he could be better.
You and I both know there's times where you miss guys. I mean, everybody misses. Like, hey, I didn't see it, but man, that guy really, rose to the occasion. That guy's really a stud, and he can really play it. And we all have those that you're like, I'm skeptical of that guy. And then you have to say, hey, you know what? He arrived, or he's really come into his own. But I haven't seen this one. So I'm glad to be proven wrong in a couple of years, but he's going to have to do some serious work because you've got a couple weapons. And if you can't make it work with that, watch out.
Yeah. So we were talking about last night how Kyle's done such a good job this year and how he might, get coach of the year votes and maybe even win it. And then we started thinking, we're like, there's not a chance he's going to win it. And there's not a chance he'll get votes this year. He may get like 4th or 5th place votes, but he ain't going to get any votes. We started going over some of the like coach of the year candidates this year. It's like, oh, Ben Johnson's going to win it for the Bears. Absolutely. And then we go, what about Mike Vrabel? What he's been able to do with the Patriots? What about what McDonald's been able to do with the Seahawks? I think we had another one. I can't remember right now, but those 3 alone could win on any given year. Like Ben Johnson would be your automatic winner if it wasn't for Vrabel. Now, I think Vrabel might have won one with Tennessee, so maybe he doesn't get it. But I mean, who would you pick if I were to give you those 3? Who would you pick?
Man, I would have to say Ben Johnson. And I like all those guys, and they've done a great job. But like the Bears are just historically mediocre. They just are. And I thought, okay, good hire, but you got a lot of work to do. And man, it's been impressive. There's been a couple games where Caleb Williams looks pretty good. Now, there's games where he doesn't, but the fact that you can have games where you look pretty dang good and you can he's made some throws where I was like, wow, I'm going to rewind that and look at that again. I wasn't sure if he was going to have the competitive desire to and the commitment that it takes from a quarterback to study your butt off and to listen. But the combination, the Ben Johnson combination with him seems to be paying off. And is it going to happen right away? No, but you can see it gradually starting to happen. And so I would say that's the most impressive thing that I've seen. The Seahawks, I think they had a pretty good defense. And New England wasn't horrible. They already had Drake May, but I'm a Vrabel guy. I think he's structure and discipline and kind of like in the Harbaugh mode and going to come in and, make guys and win some games that you shouldn't win. But all those guys are really great candidates. I'd say the Colts guy as well up until the last.
Oh, Shane Steichen. That's who I forgot. Yes. Steichen. Yes. I agree.
Nobody saw that coming, and you do that with Daniel Jones. That's pretty impressive.
No, I think you're absolutely right.
Oh, Liam Cohn. I forgot about Liam. And D'Amico, he's making a run at it. I thought when the Niners lost the Texans, I was so upset. I was like, the Texans suck. Like, how are we losing to these guys? Their defense is freaking legit.
Super legit.
Legit. Like,
too legit to quit.
Like, who could even block the one guy? Who was that?
Was that the rookie or the second-year guy from Bama? The defensive end?
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
I know. My tongue.
I hate that when I can't remember guys' names.
I hate that. And you know what? There's new guys every year, and I have to try to keep up. And then
Willie Anderson.
There you go.
And no, is it Willie? I guess it is.
We couldn't block him.
Yeah, Will Anderson. Yeah, I know Will Anderson. Okay, I know Will is Willie and all that, but the Willie didn't sound right to me. I was like, "What Willie?" I go, Willie. Yeah, I go Will. Okay, that sounds right. That sounds like the guy that I'm thinking of. All right, before I let you go, let's get your final thoughts on the Lane Kiffin situation. Okay, first off, if you're Mississippi, would you let him coach the rest of the year?
Hell no. Are you kidding me? Like, that is the fact that the ESPN guys were saying that. They're just like, you can't trust Lane Kiffin. You can't trust that guy. Are you kidding me? He's never been able to be trusted. Now, it doesn't mean he's not a good coach, but you don't think that he would have been in there freaking whispering guys' ears the whole time? That's outrageous. And, hey, I'm leaving you. They said they'd match any offer, so he basically said, I don't have anything to do with you guys. So, yeah, the fact that he kind of held them hostage with the, hey, I'm going to take all these coaches with me and screw over the kids, that's such bad form. Like, if you're going to take coaches at the end of the year, that's fine. But in the meantime, for these next few weeks, let him finish out the season with the kids. And then just the whole thing, how he kept it going and going. I read somewhere, and then I saw, oh, this is happening. He was waiting to the end of the Auburn-Alabama game because I had heard and read also, but somebody else told me this. If Auburn would have beat Alabama, that Bama would have fired DeBoer and Kiffin.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why I was like, why is this going so late? And then all of a sudden I thought, that's right. And I turned that game on, and Auburn was kind of out of it, and then they got back in it, and they actually could have won that thing.
Yeah, they could have.
Wow, I wonder, like, if way under the radar that was planning to happen behind the scenes.
Wow, yeah, because I wouldn't think they'd get rid of DeVore because that's a massive buyout, but who knows? Yeah, I'm
you
with
lose
you.
Auburn and you're out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess.
Perfect time. Here's your
That'd
guy,
been, what,
Lane Kiffin.
2 years in a row out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
that wouldn't have sat well with Bama fans. But I'm with you. I think all that stuff a lot of it's been done, and I thought that was such poor form. If it's true that he told the offensive coaches that he wanted to bring with him, they have until tonight to get on the plane. If not, don't bother coming.
It's just
like, he's such a sleazy character.
He is.
He can't help himself. He's such a sleaze. You can't help but not like him. It's so hard. He makes it hard to like him. Like, there's nothing embraceable about Lane Kiffin. And this isn't about what Lane Kiffin did and whether it's right or wrong. That's all irrelevant. This is how the system works in college football. So if he feels like that's a better situation for him, then fine. He's not the first coach. He won't be the last coach to pull something like this unless they change the calendar. But let's not say, well, he should be able to coach the kids. The kids wanted him to coach. Like, he doesn't work there anymore. He works at LSU. He's the LSU head. Would you let the LSU head coach at any point during the season come and coach your squad or come and coach your play? Like, hey, the LSU coach is better than ours. Can he come and coach? Let's put him on loan. Can we loan him from LSU just to come coach us for, like, the playoffs? That'd be great No, you wouldn't do that. Why would you let someone else's coach your? And look, I think those conversations probably have taken place, but why would I want him around my kids any longer than he has to be? Why would I want him around my coaching staff any longer than he has to be? Like, hell no, I'm not.
People are stupid. Anybody that went on TV, and there was a lot of guys that said Lane should be allowed. You are a clown, and you should be embarrassed because that is outrageous. You should be thrown out of sports for the rest of your life because that was ridiculous. Like, I was thinking, how is this a debatable thing? Who's coming down on the wrong side of the equation here? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, I was outraged the whole day.
Oh, God. And then, look, it's not that other coaches aren't. I think John Sumrall, who's going to Florida, is coaching Tulane's rest of the season. Chesney is finishing out at James Madison before he goes to UCLA. And you could say, well, what's different? Well, one thing, they're not in the same conference as one another. Another thing is they're not bitter rivals. Another thing is these are I would say LSU's a better job, but they're comparable. Of course, if you're James Madison, you understand somebody wanting to go to UCLA. Of course, if you're Tulane, it's like, well, damn, we'd love to keep you, but you got a chance to go to Florida. Go to Florida. And then Florida's saying, go ahead and finish out the season. That's fine. To me, it's a little, they're all fruit, but it's apples and oranges. Mississippi LSU is much different than what those two are. So to think that, hey, yeah, we're going to keep Lane around so he can raid the cupboard even more. He can talk to more of our guys. Let's let him stick around here. It's like, bro, get out. Just beat it. Just go.
The other,
you know what? I will say this too. Much like when Cleveland signed Deshaun Watson, and I said, I hope this team gets the plague for about 5-6 years, and they just suck and they can't win games and they're awful. My dreams have come true. They've been terrible. It sucks for Stefanski because I like Stefanski. Seems like a cool dude and it seems like a good coach. But hey, you took the job. You knew what you're getting into. But as soon as they went all in for Watson, I was like, you guys sold your soul and you sold it to the wrong guy, and that's what happened. I hope LSU just eats a big pile of cow crap for the next 5 or 6 years. Oh, God, exactly. I hope they just suck. I hope Bama beats the crap out of them. I hope Mississippi beats the crap out of them. I hope that governor has to come in and yank Kiffin out of his seat in about 4 years and said, dude, you weren't it either. Because remember, they thought Brian Kelly was it, and he wasn't it. Now, Kelly was a fish out of water because he's a Midwestern guy coming down there trying to act like he's from the South. That didn't work out. But the fact that Kiffin is just, and let me ask you this, Brent, what has he done that makes everybody think he's this great head coach? He's a great offensive coordinator. I'll give him that. Like he can dial up plays. He's really good at that. But as far as a head coach, what is it? What's in his resume that people say, yeah, that guy's a great head coach, and we're definitely going to win national championships with him? Am I missing something?
I don't know, Tom. I think any good offensive mind, everybody thinks is automatically a great head coach. But I will say this about this whole scenario, that the college football needs to figure out its calendar and when jobs can be offered. And this other thing, I read this morning, and I just read briefly, and I didn't follow up on it, that the kid from Alabama, one of their wide receivers, just signed with Lane and LSU, $2 million in NIL, and he's pronouncing himself out of the playoffs. That is going to destroy college football. Now, I don't know if that's true or not.
What? I didn't read that.
Receiver. Maybe it was a fake rumor on the internet. I don't know.
The only one I could think of would be like Ryan Williams or Bernard, but I don't know Bernard because Bernard came from Washington.
I want to say it was Williams.
To Bama.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got deeped by like AI. But I read it. It was early this morning, and I thought, holy crap, this is the end of college football. You start having guys opt out of the playoffs because you got your NIL, and your Lane Kiffin fires his first shot.
Let me see.
But
I'll just type in
disclaimer.
Yes.
It might not be true.
Let's see.
Well, that's for a disclaimer.
That's a great disclaimer. Said former Alabama wide receiver Aaron Anderson transferred to LSU. That was 2023.
Yeah, no.
Alabama wide receiver Ryan Williams to follow Lane Kiffin to LSU.
There you go.
But no, that was a question mark.
Oh.
And it said truth behind viral claim.
Oh. Okay.
So
maybe it's just a rumor.
Yeah, instead of viral post. So I never try. I try not to trust any of those things. Who knows who's putting crap on the internet?
Yeah, no, I agree. But it's not off spec.
No, but why? That's the thing, though. Why the hell are you leaving Bama to go to LSU? Why would I'm at Bama. They didn't get much better than Bama.
Oh, it's all about the dough.
Yeah, I guess maybe. Stuff. Yeah, you're probably right. That Bama's maybe like, we don't have that much money for you. And LSU's like, yeah, we got that much money for you. Yeah. So again, it's great. I love it. I love the fact that he went there because I don't have a lot of teams to root against in college football. Now I have one. I can root against LSU. I root against Notre Dame. That's fun. That's about it when it comes to football. I mean, obviously, Arizona State, I root against. I used to root against USC, UCLA, but they're not even in the same conference as us anymore, which is the dumbest thing ever. It really is.
So
we're in the Big 12, and how about this? I was actually going to call my guy from Arizona and see if he could send me one of the Arizona sweatshirts that Coach Brennan was wearing on the sidelines. Like, that's a pretty sharp sweatshirt. I like that sweatshirt. Navy blue, got the red Arizona lettering. I was like, I kind of like that. And I looked, and on the sleeve, it had the Big 12 patch. And I go, I don't want that. I don't want that crap.
I'd make fun of you forever.
You would. You would. I mean, like, I don't want Big 12. I'm not doing the Big 12. I'm on Pac-12. I'm Pac-12 until the Pac-12 comes back, Brent, and it features Colorado State and Vegas. And I'd be like, I'm a man without a home now. I'm a man without a home. All right, brother. Well, I'll let you run. As always, I appreciate it. And we're going to we'll pencil you in for the 22nd.
Excellent. Hey, what are we doing? Do we have a show next week during the bye week?
That's totally up to you. I mean, I'll probably be doing a show.
Okay.
Messing around. But if you want to come on, I'd love to have you. But
Absolutely.
okay. I was going to say, if you wanted to buy a week, I'd completely understand.
Yeah. I'm good.
You're like me. It's like this isn't very lucrative, but it's fun to get away for about an hour and just talk sports.
It's fun. Just laugh with your buddy. Have fun.
Exactly. That's a good time had by
Hate
all.
on Lane Kiffin. Call
And how about this?
around.
How about this? Bergie said, Bergie goes, I'm retiring at the end of this year. I'll just come and do the show with you. I go, I'll get you a room here at the Tolbert Hotel.
That sounds awesome. Here. I think he takes 50% right off the top.
Well, you know what we're gonna have to do? I told him, I go, if you're gonna come on the show and do the show more often, we'll have to go down to Dallas and we'll do a show with Brent for a week. We'll just sit around doing the show down there.
Then we'll go to the ranch.
Oh, the ranch. That'll be outstanding. And we get a shot of Bergie on one of the Longhorns.
Absolutely.
I'm guessing the Longhorns don't take to being ridden very good.
We do not like being touched very much. There's a couple that are friendly.
Now, do you go in there with them, or do you stay outside the fence?
No. They're free range cattle.
Oh, really? Well, how the hell do you keep track of them then? I mean, can't they just take off and go wherever they want?
They do. We have fences, but they're all over the place.
How big's the acreage?
Like 230 acres.
Oh, so they could be gone. You can't even see them when you're like walking the property.
They can be out in what we call the forest, out in the trees.
Got it.
I could never find.
And how many do you have?
We have 14 and 2 donkeys.
You have donkeys.
Yeah.
Why do you have donkeys?
Because they came with the place. Dana said, hey, I want the animals. There was like 4 at the time. And so the guy agreed to sell us the animals.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I mean, they're not pets per se, but
they're my wife's pets. They're Dana's pets for sure.
Yeah, you don't sell them for food or something like that.
No.
Okay, that's good.
If Armageddon hits, though, we have some food sources.
Oh, God.
Steak every night.
Tell Dan and the kids I said hi.
I will. Oh, man.
I'll talk to you. We'll call it a date next Monday then. I'll talk to you next Monday, Brent.
All right, buddy.
All right, see you, brother. Have a good one, man. You're like ready to go, aren't you? You're like hungry. You're like, are we eating? Or like, I know you love Brent, but what are we doing here? We're gonna go. Look, can I get everybody the schedule? Can I do that? And if anybody has any comments, because we got to go get Mila. Are you ready to go do that? Okay. So schedule this week. Tomorrow, and there's going to be some stuff we release live. There'll be some stuff that we record. But the schedule this week is tentatively Brent Musburger, Ryan Warsofsky, the head coach of the San Jose Sharks. We'll talk a little Sharks hockey. Steve Kerr, head coach of your Golden State Warriors. And we're hoping to get Charles Barkley on this week as well. And so it'll be a full week, packed full of goodies, and no Sunday show. Although, who knows? I may come out here by myself. I doubt it. But if something happens during the course of like Sunday that a game is like really interesting, or there's some crazy stuff that happens, maybe I will. And then in the next few weeks, Dave Fleming's going to come out to the backyard, I believe, and we'll break down the college football playoffs. Once those get set after championship week this week. So it'll be a fun week. So you can like, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. And we will have some basketball for you this week, some football for you, some wagering with my man Brent. My man. Some hockey this week with the head coach. Got the Mammoth and the Sharks going at it. We kind of say, I mean, depends on if it's land or if it's a land-based fight, Mammoth all day. In the ocean, Shark. So we'll see how it goes. The mascot fights. And you're like, are we going to What are we doing here? It's not even 2 though. What's wrong with you? All right, we have any comments that and again the snow was fantastic. Well done, fellas. That was really nice. I got the lights up now, but the snow might have to get me in the snow somehow. Get me in the snow and just make it bigger so I can have this. I don't know, it feels like back to like fall in the Bay Area, which it is. So the Christmas tree's sweet. Lights are very, very cool. But I am missing the snow right now. I don't know how we're going to get the snow with me. I guess I could get the snow. I wonder if I shrink the screen a little bit. No, snow's gone. So we'll work on that. Yeah, I'll get into some Zona hoops. And then, Wednesday, maybe I'll get into my Wednesday, I'll do the 20-game assessment of the Warriors. I always tell everybody, give me 20 games. I can figure out what this team is. So 20 games, we're done with 20 games. In fact, I think it's going to be 21 by the time Wednesday hits. So we'll do a Warrior assessment this week. I would do it now, but I got to go pick up from school. That's just the way it is. And that's part of my job now. Job description. Grandpa, got to go pick up the granddaughter, and then we're going to head over to Target and grab some Christmas lights, because I want to get some lights up here, get some lights up around the house, and maybe go pick out the Christmas tree today as well. And so, all right. So no comments. We're good. Okay, that sounds good. Everybody can root against LSU like me. I hope everybody's like me. Down with LSU. I'm glad I went before Kiffin got there. I was there this year. Brian Kelly, one of the last Brian Kelly led LSU games. So he's going to get his $53 million. Kiffin's going to get his 90 plus million. At least they don't say we don't have money for the kids anymore. But where's the money for the kids? At least they have the money for the kids. So we'll see how many people leave LSU, how many people come to LSU, how many coaches. It would be nice if there was no tampering. And I don't even know if you call it tampering, but it would be nice if the rest of the coaching staff were able to stay intact at Ole Miss. You see, they hired the defensive coordinator at Ole Miss like immediately. I didn't love that. I mean, I think you got to go out and have a search. It just seems like they wanted to do this like, hey, we're over you. We're done. Boom. We're good. We want to keep this playoff season alive. We want to keep this coaching staff intact as much as we can. I don't know how many guys are loyal to Kiffin, how many guys are loyal to this guy, how many guys like this guy, maybe didn't love Kiffin. Who knows? All the dynamics. You never know about all of them until you're inside a program. So, but it would be nice if they were able to be kind of left alone and just coach. It's not like Ole Miss gets in the playoffs every year. If it's Bama, I get it. It's Ohio State, I get it. One of those type of schools, those blue blood schools, then I get it. But it's Ole Miss. I mean, let the kids have some continuity. And I'm not saying I'm upset with Lane for leaving. He wanted to stay, but I wouldn't have let him stay. Beat it. Hit the bricks. You're not our coach anymore. See ya. And don't worry about the kids. They'll be fine. That some of them will probably go to LSU with Kiffin. Some of them will stay. Some of them will put their name in the portal and go somewhere else. That's not LSU or Ole Miss. That's the way college sports is today. So everybody have a great day. We'll be back with you. Again, I'm not sure exactly what the schedule is, but it looks like we're going to have quite a few shows this week. I'm not sure exactly which ones are going to be live, which ones we'll record and then put them up for you guys to listen to. But as it goes now, as it's set now, we're hoping to get Brent Musburger probably live. You're looking live from his ranch, maybe in Montana. Charles Barkley, Ryan Warsofsky, Steve Kerr. So a little gamma, a little hockey, little basketball. So it should be a fun week. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you again probably tomorrow. All right. See ya.